Hello, welcome to Psychology. This is on-level psychology. This is for Mr. Porter, fall 2020. See if this goes through to the spring as well. But right now it's just fall 2020 is what we're taking a look at here. Welcome to the class. First off, before we even look at that, thanks for taking it. Thanks for taking it, man. You decided to, in your elective selections, you decided to take an academic elective, and you should be commended for that. You could easily have taken another gym class or learned to make a souffle or whatever. And by the way, not saying that exercise or knowing how to cook is not important, but you decided to take an academic elective, and I'm here to see if I can get that to help you at the next level of your education. And if nothing else, learn a little bit more about yourself and the word normal and what is normal. Who knows, man? It's a relative term. But we're going to take a look at it. We're going to take a look at, again, on-level psychology, major grades. It's going to be 50% tests. I'll talk about that in a second. Assessments, quizzes are going to be 25%. Daily work notes are going to be 25%. Now, let me show you how that works real quick. I'm going to get out of this PowerPoint. We're going to go over to here. We're going to go to my website. All right, we come over here to where it says more. So if you come to my website and push myself around, this is my home page. This is class info, where you've got some stuff there if you want to take a look at it. If you are a in-class learner, that's a video I put out there. If you're a Connect learner, that's right there. This is a calendar. On this calendar is every class that I teach, all four of them, even though it looks like 3A, B, B, C. You are in blue, so if you take a look at this, this will sort of show you what we're doing over the next few days, and a lot of it's going to be getting to know. So if you're in Connect learner and you're looking in Schoology and there's nothing there right now, that's okay. We're kind of not doing much in the first week, and the reason we don't do that is because a lot of people get transferred in, transferred out, new students coming in and out. So I just kind of like to relax and chit chat with you for a few days and learn a little bit about you and give you a chance to ask questions about me. And we'll see how that works out this year doing the Connect. But it should be fine. We come down here, that's dual credit, that is AP Psychology, and here we go. Intro to Psychology. So here is your syllabus right here, if you would like to take a look at that. And this is the PowerPoint that we are going to be talking about here as well. So that's all that. What do I need to do? I need to get out of this. Go back to the PowerPoint. Sorry, long day. You got to move me again and come over here from current slide. So major grades, assessments, daily work, all right there. I know what I need to look at there. We need to take a look at your particular units. If we look at the website. Okay, so that's the overall website. Move me again. Come over here to where it says more. This is where you guys are. Psych L, Unit 1, Unit 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5, and 6. Now, what you'll notice here is there's a couple of units. If you look at the syllabus, Unit 2 and Unit 5.5 we're not going to cover due to time. That's okay. So let's start with Psych L Unit 1. So we come over here, and this is your website. Now, if you're on Connect, all of this information will be put on Schoology for you. All right, there'll be links to this on Schoology. Don't worry about it. If you're in class, these outlines I will give to you. What is also over here is a glossary. This glossary covers Unit 1. It's 5 pages, so if you want to print that out, look at that as well, that's great. This is something that we'll be doing in class. This outline we'll be covering each particular day. All right, each lecture shown with each day. So you'll be doing that as you follow along. Now, there's 2 ways you can do it. If you're at home, you can print it out and fill it in. If you do not have a printer, what you can do is you can download it here, pop it out, download it, and then come in here, get rid of the lines, and then fill in your information there to sort of, and then you save it as a document, and then this gets turned in the day of the test, because remember, that's worth 20% of your grade. And you'll be doing that throughout the days. If you want to look at a textbook, this shows you lecture 1 and 2 goes over this, 3 and 5 goes over this, 6 and 7 goes over this. These are the pages. You can pop this out or download the book, and it's easier to navigate if you download it rather than flip through 1,000 pages. These are the lessons that we'll do. We'll do these particular lessons. This is the first PowerPoint and the things that go along with that. This over here, if you miss a lesson, let's say you're a Connect person and your internet wasn't working that day, this is a pre-recorded lecture. If you go here and you hit play, this is me lecturing over this material. Now, it will say for AP, because this is the lecture from my AP dual credit class, but it's the lecture that covers this material. There wasn't a reason to go back and do another L lecture. It all covers the same material. And I don't teach down to L. I teach you guys with the same academic mindset and expertise that I would any other class. I think you guys can handle it. We may not go into as much detail as they do, but it's all there. Then if you come down here past the PowerPoints that we cover, here's some videos. There's actually a video we'll look at in class over this material if you want to go back and get better information on it. That's what you're looking at right there. Now, if we go back to the PowerPoint here and throw me back over there and take it from the current slide. So your tests will be 50%, quizzes 25%, daily work 25% as well. This is a class that you can take pass-fail. Sorry, there's something on my tongue. So you can take this pass-fail. If you're somebody who normally takes AP and dual credit classes and you decided you didn't want to take this AP dual credit, you wanted to take it on level, but your fear is a grade in an on-level class will actually hurt my grade point because an A in on-level psychology would be the equivalent of a B in AP psychology. You can take this class pass-fail. Those forms will be available in about a week, and I'll have you sign off that I talked to you about that. Retest, redo policy, same as it was last year. You're allowed to redo one assessment and one major grade per 9 weeks. Now, what's going to be different is how do we do this? After school is going to be a little bit tricky because I'm not sure what you're allowed to be here or not be here for that is yet. And we may have sort of a later Zoom. We'll figure that out. Let me work out the bugs and sort of beat my head about how that's going to work. Cell phone policy, if you're in the classroom, just keep it put away. Again, at home, I'm not going to know half of what you're doing. But this is whether or not you get an education, it's going to kind of be up to you. The mask policy, again, in class, wear it, please, please wear it. Put it over your face, wear it. Don't do it for me, do it for your neighbor. No matter what your beliefs are about a mask and whether it works or doesn't work, please be considerate of what others think and that can alleviate their own trepidations and anxieties. I know it's not fun. You'll be behind these little plastic things over here. I understand if you're at your desk and, you know, it just gets a little bit, you're just sort of having a little bit too much of it and you just sort of want to, okay, and just sort of get a couple of pure breaths. That's fine. I get that. That's okay. But don't wear it like this because now it's just a chin strap. Now it's just stupid. To wear a mask like that, it does nobody any good. As a matter of fact, you're probably gonna get acne on your chin now. To wear a mask like that is the equivalent of wearing a diaper like this. All right, that's not what it was designed to do. You're not covering up the exits that you're supposed to cover up. What we're going to talk about, a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about big boy, big girl stuff. We're going to talk about the word normal. Always everybody's questions. Am I normal? Well, what's normal to you versus normal to somebody else? We're all trying to find our own definition of normal. We're going to talk about what's going on in the world. We're going to talk about race. We're going to talk about why you got to have empathy for other people. You know, not just empathy for other races and not being racist, but you also have to have empathy for people who are racist. You know, how'd you get there? What was the thought process? Trying to get an understanding. And that's what psychology is about. It's not just understanding you, it's understanding others And so you can have an appreciation for this, why we've become more politicized, why we've become more divided and locked into our little groups. And it's this bad boy right here, which allows me to go onto Twitter and only listen to people that I agree with. And, you know, if I don't like you, you're no longer on my Facebook, you're no longer on my Instagram, you're no longer on my whatever it might be, because I don't want to hear from you. That makes me uncomfortable. Or the need to be approved by everybody else. Oh, I like kitties. Does everybody else like kitties? And the need that ability to be affirmed, which is conformity and all these other things. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about religion. We're going to talk about all this stuff, which is going to be great, but it's a big boy, big girl class. All right, we're going to talk about big boy, big girl things, and you're going to take this and hopefully move on. And when you go to college, you'll take this. And you know what? If you excel at this, I've had students in my psychology L class in the past who have taken the AP exam and have passed it. All right, so we're gonna talk about this, but we're going to talk about it in a way to cover everything. Enjoy it, have a conversation about it, but just a better understanding of stuff. All right, so come to class with any questions you may have about this, and in class we'll talk about who I am and my experience in both as a stand-up and radio, and then everything that I've taught there. We'll talk about my family quite a bit in this class because I have a wonderful family, but it's not just that. I have a variety of kids. I got 7 kids. It's a blended family too. I brought in a daughter, she brought in 6, and they're just 7 amazing kids. And we're going to talk about them because my kids go through the same trials and tribulations as everybody else. As a parent, I go through the same trials and tribulations as everybody else. So we're going to see what we can do there. I'll talk about my wife, who is this amazing woman, so fantastic. But and to meet her, you would never know that she suffers from depression. I dated my wife back in college. She was 18, I was 20. She was going through a depressive episode. Had no idea. It's 1980. Who the hell is depressed in 88? Who's being diagnosed with depression in 88? Then we get married in 2011. Some 23 years later, and blend these 2 families together and come to discover that she was suffering from depression and still does on occasion, seasonal affective disorder. She had postpartum depression, all these other things. But she's this amazing, remarkable woman. You can have depression and still have a great life and great relationships and everything else. And just because you are something, it doesn't make you an expert on it. I don't know about depression, but I probably still know a little bit more about depression than she does, even though she experiences it because of my studies and whatnot. I have a master's in psychology. I can understand, when I see people marching for change and whatever. I can get that. I can understand that, even though that's not my journey. I can understand you as an adolescent, even though I have been an adolescent for 30, 40 years. You don't have to be something in order to understand something. And that's the key that we got to come in with psychology, is a sense of empathy. Can I understand others? I want to understand the person who's racist. I'm curious about the person who's racist. Where'd that come from? What is racist today compared to 10 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, the Me Too movement, all this stuff. We're going to take a look at that through psychology. And again, I'll talk about my kids. I'll cover this more when we're doing this in class. And I've got great kids, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 graduated from Cy Woods, and another who will be graduating in May. If it all works out. And we'll talk about my dogs and my cat when we talk about stress and stress relief and all these other things. I bring my life into it, and it's not in a braggadocious way, even though I love my kids. It's in a way, it's experience. I'm going to humanize psychology because it's about humans. Why wouldn't we do that? So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to talk about. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great ride. Thanks for signing up for it. Really do appreciate that. And either I'll see you in class in a couple days, or I already saw you. Good day.